Hi, I'm Amelia and welcome to Sew Amelia, where I share all about making a handmade wardrobe for me and my children. Welcome to this week's video, which is a week in my sewing life. So as you'll see from the footage, it's been a really slow Sunday morning in our house, which has been really lovely. We've had pancakes, I've managed to do a little bit of smocking whilst the children have played, we've read Christmas books, and now it's nap time and quiet time for my older two. So I've snuck up to the sewing room. Over the weekend I've been working on a pattern test, but I'll share the fabric for that with you because it's a gorgeous fabric from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door. And here it is. This is part of the bodice. And it is a beautiful viscose twill from Andrea in this beautiful bright pink spot, which I just love. And these gorgeous pink buttons from Ethel and Joan, which I think will go really nicely with that fabric. So I'm looking forward to getting that finished today and hopefully sharing that with you near the end of the week if I am able to. So this week I am hoping to finish my daughter's Christmas dress. For those of you who haven't seen it, this is her Christmas dress here, and it's a beautiful red velvet dress. Now I have lined that with a Liberty lawn, so it's not 2 layers of velvet or anything, it's not too thick, but I'm just a bit worried about sending that through the machine, the lining and the velvet wriggling about too much and just ruining that at the last hurdle, as it were. So that's one of my plans for this week, is to finish up my daughter's Christmas dress. The second plan I have for this week is to sew up a pattern hack, and the pattern I want to hack is the Patina blouse by Friday Pattern Company. Now if you watched last week's video, which was my November sewing makes video, you will have seen that I recently finished the Patina blouse, which I absolutely loved. It was a joy to sew, I love wearing it. What I thought I would do is to hack two Friday Pattern Company patterns together, and that is the Patina blouse with the Davenport skirt. So I've been working on the pattern pieces this week in terms of trying to make sure that the bodice finishes at the right place and lines up with that drawstring which goes around the waist of the Davenport dress. So I'm going to call this my Patina port, or maybe it's a Daventina. I don't know, you decide, let me know in the comments what I should call this dress. But I saw this beautiful fabric that Tamlin shared. She is Sewn on the Tie, and I'm sure you already follow her, but if you don't, go across and give her a follow. She sews beautiful things, and she's just started a new business called Ruse Rockets, selling beautiful rompers and children's wear, so do go and follow her. But she shared this, and this is from Oria Textiles, and I just couldn't resist this print. I actually think it feels quite Christmassy with this bright red floral design, and I think the dark background is just lovely for the winter. And it is a lovely cotton poplin, and I think it will hold the shape of the Patina blouse really nicely, and then the ruffles of that Davenport skirt will look really lovely too. So those are my plans for this week. I do hope you'll stick around and watch as I get those sewn up and come on with me on this journey as I try to hack those two patterns together. But first, at nap time, I'm going to work away at this pattern test and see if I can get that finished, and then tonight I will cut out my Patina port, or Daventina. I'm still not convinced which way I'll go with that one. Hello, it's Monday and I am in the lounge. I've just finished cutting out my Patina Davenport dress hack, and I thought I would just pop on quickly to chat with you about how I changed the pattern a little bit to blend those two together. I'm not going to have time to sew now, but I just wanted to jump on before I head off on a very wet and soggy school run. So starting from the top down, I did first of all decide to lengthen the sleeves of the patina by 3 inches, and what I'm going to do there is to, instead of putting on a cuff, I'm just going to elasticate the bottom of that sleeve just simply by folding up the bottom to make a casing. The pattern piece looks a bit like this. I just cut it at the lengthen and I cut along the line for the short sleeve version, and I just inserted the 3 inches at that point. Now I'm hoping that that's enough. It's possibly too much, but I'd rather have it too long and then be able to hem it up a little more than have it too short again. So that's what I've done for the sleeve. And then for the front and back yoke pieces of the patina blouse, I have simply traced out the pattern pieces again onto my tracing paper. I've cut them off at the line that matches the line on the Davenport pattern, so I've tried to keep the proportions of the blouse section of the Davenport dress the same as the patina blouse, so I'm hoping that that will work out. It does also match up with my natural waist, so I think that should be fine. So obviously, as well as shortening the front and back bodice pieces, I have also amended the facing, the button placket facing, so I've shortened that as well by the same amount. Then in terms of the Davenport pattern pieces that I've cut out the waistband pieces around the front and the back, the casing pieces so that I can thread the drawstring through, and I've cut out the drawstring. Then I've cut out the front and back skirt pieces and the ruffles. Now for the front of the skirt, I thought I don't really want the pockets. There are open pockets which look gorgeous, but I thought there's enough going on with the shirt collar and things without having the open pockets. So I laid the front skirt piece and the pocket piece on top of each other on my tracing paper and simply traced around that to give a front skirt piece. So I think that's about it. Now hopefully I'll get some sewing time tonight. We've had a bit of a weekend of it really. We had lots of lovely Christmas things planned, and although we did get the room decorated and we had some lovely St. Nicholas Day celebrations this morning, unfortunately 2 of my children have become poorly with COVID. I say become poorly, you wouldn't really know they were that ill. They seem fine at the moment, thankfully. We're very grateful that they seem fine, however they have had positive tests. So we are at home with them in the meantime, so I'm not sure how much sewing will get done around helping them with homeschooling and doing all of those lovely things that you need to do when they're at home and not 100%. But hopefully I'll get a little bit of time in my sewing room tonight to have a go at that dress and starting to sew up the blouse portion of that dress. So that's my Monday. The pattern is cut out, so that's a good start, and hopefully I will get some sewing time later on. It's Wednesday and I'm up in the sewing room. It's bedtime. I'm afraid I didn't get on here yesterday on Tuesday to chat and catch up with you all, but I did put in some footage of things we got done in the day. It's been rather busy managing my little girl at home with my oldest boy who is isolating, and managing homeschool and all of the other things that have to be done in the day as well. So I'm afraid I didn't get up to the sewing room yesterday, but I did get a little bit of time today at nap time, and I have been working on my Patina Port blouse dress thing. And so far I've made a good start on the bodice, and here it is. So I have put the collar into the bodice, and I've attached the yoke at the back with the gathering here. I'm sorry, it's probably quite hard to see with this patterned fabric. And then what I have also done is I've popped in one of my new Kylie and the Machine labels from my advent calendar. So I'll hold that one up, and it says, "I'm probably thinking about sewing," which is probably true. So I have also put in the sleeves. I finished that off at nap time. And I'm finishing those off actually the same way as the sleeves are finished off on the Davenport dress. So by folding over this cuff twice and then inserting elastic. So that will give me a little bit of a frill, which I think will be quite nice, and go with the frill on the skirt. If I have time tonight, my plan is to finish off this bodice. I'll put on buttonholes, and I will hopefully sew on the buttons and finish off the sleeves, and then that will just be ready to attach the skirt. I'm really hoping to have that finished by the end of the week, as we will be able to go out, and I have my carol service on Sunday and I would love to wear this. So I'm hoping to get that finished in the next couple of days. So yes, that's tonight's job, to see if I can finish off that bodice and get it ready to attach the skirts. Now you will have seen some footage earlier on in the week of our lovely celebrations on Monday for St. Nicholas Day, where my children got their new pyjamas. They loved their new pyjamas, and it's been so cute seeing them get into those as soon as they can in the afternoon. As soon as it gets even vaguely dark, which is about 3 o'clock right now, they run upstairs and get into their pyjamas and spend the rest of the evening in their pyjamas. And I can tell you it's quite the fight to get them out of them first thing in the morning as well. So that's always a great vote of confidence, and it's lovely to see them enjoying wearing those. So that mousy fabric came from First for Fabrics, and I'll put a link in the description box below. It's a lovely soft cotton jersey, perfect for pyjamas, and they're really enjoying wearing those, so that's really lovely. So that's it from me for Wednesday night. I am going to go and have a lovely chat on the phone with a dear friend who lives in the States. We try to have a Wednesday evening catch up. We've not managed it for the last couple of weeks, but tonight we're hoping to have a good old chat. So as I say, I'll try and do a bit more work on the bodice now, and then enjoy the rest of my evening with a little bit of my hand smocking and a lovely chat with my friend. And I will pop back on tomorrow and let you know how I'm getting on with my dress. Thursday, and I am back in the sewing room tonight. The children are asleep in bed after a busy day of remote learning and various other things. The days go quite slowly and also quite quickly when one is in isolation. I must confess, I'm looking forward to next week when we can be out of isolation again. That will be really nice to be out and about with the children again, and I have a few lovely things planned for next week for them once school finishes. So I mainly got hand sewing bits and pieces done today because I was with the children all day, and I have almost finished my daughter's Christmas dress. I thought I'd show you where I got up to with that. So here it is. Now the collar does need a good press, but I'm just going to wait to do that until the very end because I'm still working with the hand sewing and things and flipping the collar in and out. So that is it. I'm not sure I'll get any pictures of her in it for this vlog, but hopefully I'll be able to post some next week on Instagram, or certainly in my December Makes video, so do come back for that one. But you can see now that I've taken the blue pleating threads out, the collar has stretched really nicely into a curve shape, and then I have sewn the bias binding here to the neckline on this side, and then I need to hand sew it down on the inside. And the back just looks like this. I've clipped it together with a wonder clip, so that you can see how the collar will eventually sit at the back. So I'm really excited. A couple of hand sewing jobs left to do, but I'm finding that that's the kind of sewing that I can get done this week with the children at home. Now last night, you'll remember I was finishing up my Patina blouse portion of my Patina Davenport dress, and I ran out of black thread. I've never run out of black thread. I always have spare black thread around because black and white are the colours that I use the most. However, I ran out, so I ordered some more and that arrived, and so I have been able to finish up the blouse portion of my Davenport Patina dress. So you'll see I've done the buttonholes now in black thread, and I've sewn on these lovely buttons from Ethel and Joan. You might recognise them from my previous Patina blouse, and I conveniently had 4 left over, and they've just gone beautifully down at the front of this placket. I have tried this on, it fits perfectly, it sits just at my natural waist or slightly below, so once you've put the seam allowance on, I think it will fit perfectly, so I'm really thrilled with that. I love the sleeves with the elastic on the ends of those. I'm not sure I've showed you those yesterday, and they sit really nicely as well on my wrist, so I'm super happy with that so far. I mean, unfortunately, I tried to sew the skirt tonight, and despite marking the centre back of the back and the front pieces with thread, I still managed somehow to sew the top of the back to the bottom of the front and vice versa. So, and I've overlooked the edges. I'm obviously just quite tired. What a stupid mistake to make on that. Fortunately, I ordered quite a lot of this fabric when I knew I'd make the skirt. It was very reasonable. And I wasn't sure exactly how much I'd need in terms of the ruffle and the gathering on the skirt, and whether I would make it knee length, midi length or maxi length. So I did order a good 3 meters of the fabric. So I do have enough. Thankfully these skirt pieces are relatively small, so I am hoping that I have enough fabric to cut out another skirt front and back. Otherwise I'll be unpicking overlocking threads tomorrow morning whilst supervising my son's maths lesson. These things happen, but I think it's very much time for bed tonight. I'm hoping I'll get a good chunk of that sewn up at nap time tomorrow, so that will be finished by the end of this video. We'll just have to wait and see. It's been a funny old week. We had so many lovely Christmassy activities planned and we've just had to put those all on hold, so that's fine. That's life at the moment. But yes, I'm hoping I might get this finished tomorrow and then I can show you the finished dress in time for Saturday morning's vlog. We'll see. So that's it from me. I am definitely going to bed after that silly mistake, and I shall try and do some more sewing tomorrow and let you know whether I manage to finish that or not. Hi, it's Friday night. Children are asleep, I'm up in the sewing room, and I thought I would share with you what I got finished today as well as what I finished over the week. So the first thing I finished this week was my pattern test, and it's actually due to be released on the day you'll be seeing this video, which is Saturday, so that's exciting. And it is the Stitched in Wonderland Daydreamer dress, and I'll show you my version. So I'll show you some photos of me wearing this dress. It's a lovely loose fitting dress, but it does come with waist ties, so you can cinch it in a little bit at the waist if you choose to. It's got lovely darts here and a gathered skirt and beautiful deep pockets. It was a real joy to sew. I really much enjoyed it. I made the short sleeve version, which you will have seen me wearing earlier on this week, and I wore it that day with a bright pink Rowan bodysuit, but I've also layered it over my merino wool turtleneck just for added warmth in the winter, and then I'm looking forward to being able to wear this in the summer as well. And I made it in a lovely viscose twill from Beyond the Pink Door. Sadly I think they're sold out, but I'll still link them in the box below because Andrea has so many beautiful fabrics. It's always worth a look at her website. Now I finished this off with some lovely buttons from Ethel and Joan. They are a lovely hot pink button, and I thought they went really well with the bright circles on this fabric. So that's the Stitched in Wonderland Daydreamer dress. It's a lovely dress, and I'd love to make it in the long sleeves as well. It was really enjoyable to sew, so I can definitely recommend that pattern. Now I've shared my daughter's dress with you, so I won't share any more on that. I've not done the buttonholes yet, but that's definitely something that's top of the list to sew over the weekend. But what I did finish tonight was my Patina Davenport dress hack. Still haven't decided on a name yet. You'll see it on Instagram in the next few days, and maybe I will have decided on a name by then, or maybe I'll just call it my Patina Davenport hack. I love the waist tie to bring it in, and I used the Friday Pattern Company pieces for the Davenport dress, and there's a drawstring casing that you attach to the skirt, and I also used the Davenport skirt and frill piece. Now for the sleeves, I really like the length of these. They're still slightly short, but when I have my hands down they do finish in the right place. They're very comfortable, and I chose to finish this version with the elastic rather than the cuff, as it just means I can pull them up and out of the way when I'm doing things with the children, which is useful. Having said that though, I think this is probably going to be more of a Christmassy festive occasion dress. I'm hoping to wear it to a carol service on Sunday as my festive dress, because I just think these reds and greens are very jolly for Christmas. So I used my Ethel and Joan buttons just from my stash. I happened to have 4 left over and I needed 4 buttons on the front, so that was a perfect match. And it's nice to just use up those extra buttons so that they're not lying around, especially when they're really lovely like these ones. I used the sleeves from the Patina blouse as I really like the volume in those. It's not too big, but there is still a lovely volume and a gather in those sleeves. And I think that's all to say about this one. It's a really lovely, comfortable shirt dress. I'm so pleased with how it turned out, and I think I can definitely see some more Patina Port Daventina dresses in my future, maybe even for the summer with the short sleeves. The Patina blouse does come with short sleeves as well as these long sleeves, so I can see some summer versions of this dress being made up in the future. The only thing I might do differently next time is perhaps move the waist up by perhaps even just ½ an inch. I think it could just do with being slightly higher to sit better on my natural waist, but as it is, it just gives a lovely blousey effect, which I think is also really pretty and certainly easy for moving around in and playing the piano, which is what I'm going to be doing on Sunday at the carol service. So So I hope you enjoyed my week in sewing. I hope you enjoyed seeing me have a go at this pattern hack. I'm so glad it turned out. And I do hope you'll come back again next week. If you did enjoy watching this video, it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell, and then you'll be made aware of when I release future videos. And do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. So thanks again so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week, and I shall see you in the next one. Goodbye!